when Chip Noble was the first time he ever sat behind him. First horse Chip ever drove for me. He pulled up, finished 5th at Northfield in the sire stake. He looked across, he says, "You own part of this colt?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Take care of him. He's going to make you a lot of money." He went on to be the 2-year-old of the year, 3-year-old of the year, age horse of the year, and is a 4-year-old.
What made Chip Noble so good?
Pardon?
What made him so good?
He's just a great horseman. His family, his dad was a good horseman, and he just, he had natural talent, could drive a horse. I raced against him for years before I quit driving, and Chip would never, they called him No Whip Chip. He'd be sitting next to you, and he's just not going anywhere. And next thing you know, he just gives this little chirp and slides the lines, and they just respond to him.
Well, the history here is unbelievable. I was talking to the Pari-Mutuel guys, and they say this is one of their better fairs that they have for betting. Let's go to the post parade with Roger Houston for the 8th.
Number 2, Duck Dragon with Emma Wahlberg. Number 3, Fixer Makeup, Lauren Harmon. Number 4, Mother of Dragons with Leslie Joyce. And number 5, 3 Ways In, Jasmine Arnold in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now. In the barn area, get him.
Right now, the number 5, 3 Ways In, doesn't look like she wants anything to do, or he wants anything to do with this race, as our outrider was assisting 3 Ways In, and Jasmine Darnold let go, and the horse kind of said, I'm going to turn around and go the other way.
Yeah.
It looks like now that our outrider has the 5 and getting her ready to roll. So Jasmine Arnold will drive this. Tell you a little bit about these 5 horses. The number 1 is I'm Rocking It. Bobby Joe Brewer drives for trainer Larry Finn. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Pet Rock. 22 starts this year, a win, lifetime 9 wins and 116 starts, earnings of $72,365.
The 2 is Duck Dragon, Emma Wahlberg in the bike for trainer owner David Warnstaff. Dragon again, 10-year-old mare. Last start was at Northfield, paced in 56-3, then had a couple ladies series. Driving starts with Emma in the bike, finished 2nd at Marysville and 3rd at Bucyrus.
Fix Your Makeup. Lauren Harmon drives for trainer Krista Harmon, who owns this 4-year-old mare by End of an Era, by J.K. End of an Era. 13 starts, 2 wins, 6 seconds, and 2/3 this year. Lifetime 7 wins in 39 starts.
The 4 Mother of Dragons, Leslie Joyce in the bike for trainer Jeff Smith. Owner David Finnegan. Fear the Dragon mare. She is 5-year-old. 16 starts this year, has a win at Miami Valley in 54-2. And Leslie's drove her 2 out of the last 3 starts, finishing 4th at Marysville, 3rd at Wilmington.
And the number 5 is 3 Ways In. Jasmine Arnold drives for Adam Short, this 12-year-old gelding by Mach 3, making just its 3rd start of the year. Had 33 starts last year. Career earnings just under $300,000, so one that's been around for a while. It was a winner back, last time it won was all the way back in October of 2023. So let's send it up to Roger Houston.
Here they come. Off and pacing, that's Duck Dragon for the lead. 3 Ways In, up on the outside, taking a seat. Fixer Makeup, getting away 4th. I'm Rocking It. As the race around the turn, Mother of Dragons trails the field. As the race over the first 8, on top of the field, Duck Dragon, up on the outside. 3 Ways In is there 2nd, racing 3rd. Fixer Makeup. Down the backside, I'm Rocking It is 4th and trailing the field. Mother of Dragons by the opening quarter. 28-2. Working the way to the front, Jasmine Arnold and 3 Ways In by a length and a quarter. Duck Dragon is there 2nd. Fixer Makeup 3rd. 4th is I'm Rocking It. Trailing the field, Mother of Dragons. Leslie Joyce can see them all coming to the halfway point. 3 ways in with the lead. Out and moving on the outside, Lauren Harmon, Fixer Makeup from third. As they race by the halfway point, halfway home in 59-4. 31-2, second quarter breather for 3 ways in with the lead. On the outside, closing in, Fixer Makeup and Lauren Harmon racing third. Duck Duck Dragon tipping to the outside fourth. I'm Rocking It, trailing the field, Mother of Dragons. 3 in, 2 out, go on to the 3-quarter mark. Tightly bunched to the 3 quarters. It's 3 ways in on the inside. Fixer Makeup on the outside second. 3 quarters, 1:30-1. Midway around the final turn. Bobby Joe Brewer tips 3 wide. I'm Rocking It. Emma Wahlberg looking for some daylight with Duck Duck Dragon. It's anybody's race from here. 3 ways in with the lead. Up the inside, Duck Duck Dragon coming home. 3 ways in. Final surge, Fixer Makeup coming to the wire. 3 ways in. Fixer Makeup, Duck Duck Dragon. 2 minutes flat.
Say, God,
Wow, what a horse race.
Yeah.
What a horse race that was. Right off the gate, Jasmine Arnold took 3 ways in, tried to get it to the front, didn't see a pylon till it hit the stretch at the top, and then was able to clear and then just held everything else off. That horse was claimed last race out for $15,000 out of the J.I. Wine Barn in Pocono.
Hadn't raced since.
These girls have been watching our drivers at Scioto, evidently. They were playing a little hardball up on the front end there. And
Yeah,
wow.
There's no way Jasmine was going into a hole either.
No. It was there, but she wasn't even looking for it.
Yeah.
And Emma's Wahlberg's looked like she had a lot of pace and nowhere to go through the stretch. Lauren's horse come first up. Lauren Harmon raced very big to hang on right there on the outside the entire way to keep her locked in.
It was funny last year when I did the story in our magazine about the ladies driving series. You could just, the way the women talked about driving, how much fun they had, how competitive it was. And they were like, we're not giving anybody an inch out there. We're out there hustling and we're racing hard. And right there was the perfect example of that.
And didn't the Mutual say that's usually their biggest betting
One of
race?
the biggest betting races they usually have is.
It's kind of funny. I believe the outrider's going down to get her. She had to lead her in the post parade. But I said, we've got an outrider leading our outrider from Scioto. Jasmine Arnold's our regular outrider at Scioto every night. So.
And you have a former outrider grooming for her, Courtney Beatty. She's
There you
down
go.
there. Now Jasmine's going with Roger to Ireland.
Yeah, Jasmine's going to leave. I believe they leave Sunday to head over to Ireland for the Delaney, the Derek Delaney Memorial there. Jasmine's going to represent the United States in some races over there. In fact, I think Jasmine was supposed to go the year COVID hit. And then because of COVID, they were canceled and now gets the opportunity.
Making the way
to go
back to the winner's circle. First division of the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Number 5, 3 ways in. Owned and trained by Adam Short of Xenia, Ohio. Jasmine Arnold in the sulky. 12-year-old gelding by Mach 3 out of Grace Way. Initial win this season in just the 3rd start. Winning tonight in 2 minutes flat. Jasmine Arnold gets a sandwich from Drake Concessions here at the Greene County Fair. This blanket presented by the Greene County Agricultural Society. And once again, commenting that Jasmine Arnold will be making the trip to Europe with us. Some of us are going to leave on the 5th. I think Jasmine's going to leave for over there somewhere around the 6th or 7th. She'll be competing in an International Drivers Championship for lady drivers. 10 drivers from all over the world. And Jasmine Arnold represents the United States at the Vincent Delaney Memorial at Wolverhampton in the British Isles. Results are official. Number 1, I'm Rocking It, 4. The 2, Duck Duck Dragon, 3. The 3, Fixer Makeup, 2. The 4, Mother of Dragons, 5. The 5, 3 ways in, the winner. Top down, 4, 3, 2, 5. 1 on the bottom. The quarter, 28-2. The half, 59-4. 3/4, 1:30 and 1. The mile, 2 minutes flat. In the 9th race, Sean Barker drives the 1. Last Call Romeo. Mark St. Louis Jr., the 2, sneak past them. Field of 5, 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Take a break, and when we come back, we will have the 9th race on our card for 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters when we return to Xenia, Ohio, right after this.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Kim.
Welcome back to Greene County Fair in Xenia, Ohio, as we get set for our 9th race of the night. Frank Froz, along with Jeremy Moore, joined up in our broadcast location by OHHA President Scott Mogan. Scott, we're about the midway point right now for the stakes season. We've got 3 legs in from the 3-year-olds, 2 legs with the 2-year-olds so far. How would you assess the stakes season so far?
Well, I mean, I think it's been successful. Like I said, it runs a little late this year with our finals being in October. So, you got to kind of try to keep your young horses fresh, and, that's a little longer, especially the 2-year-olds. Usually most of them, unless they go to Lexington, are usually getting shut down after Delaware. So, but, it's the racing's tough. I'd like to see the Sire Stakes program support a little more than it is. We know we're going to getting down to 1 division of a lot of some of the classes, and I'd like to figure out a way to maybe to boost that up a little bit next year. I'm not sure what the answer is. We got 1 division of the 3-year-old Colt Trot Saturday at the State Fair going for $142,000. A couple more horses in there. We got you got 2 6-horse fields going for 70. I just it's kind of puzzling to me sometimes, but because you see some pretty nice horses in the Buckeye that I feel could compete with the Sire Stakes horses.
Because it's so late with the finals, do you, as you're training your 2-year-olds, really just kind of slow it down at the beginning to get them ready for the end?
Well, it helped a little bit. It helps a little bit now. We used to start the weekend of 3rd and 4th of July, but now with the next generation races, at least we've been backed up 10 days or so before that first leg goes. So you got to have them ready. The way they go anymore, I've always said, Roger asked me when you guys did freshman focus about. What do you do to train a great horse? I told him, I think a great horse is born great. And I said the only, that I ever took any credit for was managing. When I have a top horse, keep them fresh. I said a lot of people think they can race week in, week out. I don't feel that way. I think it's the reason some of my better horses have raced till they're 7, 8 years old into open horses like J.J. Hall and Gold Digger King. She's Shocking was an open pacing mare for me. It was an Indiana champion. But I limit the number of starts. They're usually 3 weeks. Even my older horses like Gold Digger, he races 3 weeks, and then he had this past week off. So he'll race another 2 or 3 weeks and get a week off. But I think the only way you can keep a horse fresh, the miles the way they have to go now. It's tough racing.
Does Gold Digger King get anxious knowing that he had a week off and then he's coming back?
He's actually really good off a week off. He gets anxious when he knows when you pull the truck and trailer up. I think on Saturdays he's in his stall. He knows it's time to go. And like I said, he prefers to race. He doesn't like to be turned out. He'd race 40 starts a year, but if I'd do it, but I don't think he'd still be racing to the caliber he is if I did that.
And with Ohio, we've talked about it before. There is a place for every racehorse. With the Sire Stakes, you got the Buckeye Stallion Series, you've got the fairs.
Yeah, you got a lot of choices, a lot of nice finals in Ohio. Jason Roth just started this coming week. He's writing these little pop-up series for 2-year-olds. To have a place in between if you don't want to come to a fair with them, with a leg in a final. And if they're successful and people enter them, I think he'll do that more than once through the summer. So a lot of opportunities.
So let's go for the post parade now for our 9th.
$6,408. Little equipment problem with the one horse. Last call, Romeo, Sean Barker. Number 2 is Sneak Past Them, the driver, Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 3, Smoke One for Me, Dan Noble. Number 4, Sweet Harmony with Ronnie Gillespie. And number 5, Mail Boy's Dream, Sandy Beatty in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. Barnary, get him ready for the 10th. 5 of you. 2-year-old Colt Pacers.
So there's your field for the 5th. Let's take a quick look at these horses. The number 1 last call, Romeo, Sean Barker II drives for Jeff Smith. This is a Team 6 out of the mare In the Grippers, owned by Bet the House out of St. Petersburg, Florida. 2 starts, a 2nd and a 3rd this year. Both of those coming in Buckeye Stallion Series action.
The 2 is Sneak Past Them. Mark St. Louis in the bike for trainer-owner Jessica Smith. The Marcel Colt out of the Donato Hanover mare Sneaky Hanover. 5 starts this year as a win over at Wilmington, 2-5-1, a 3rd. Looked like it was over at Circleville. Did try the Buckeye Stallion Series last 2 starts.
The number 3 is Smoke One for Me. Dan Noble drives for Christy Noble. This long time making its first career start, owned and bred by Norman Ray Racing.
The 4, Sweet Harmony. Ronnie Gillespie in the bike. Also trains for owner Anthony Miller. Uncle Peter Gelding on the Angus Hall mare, Oh Sweet Baby. 5 starts this year, 3 wins. Already over $13,000 in the bank. Took a mark at 2-2-2 at Northfield in the first leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series.
The number 5 is Mail Boy's Dream. Sandy Beatty drives, trains, and this Marseille out of the mare Joyful Triumphant. Last time out in the Buckeye Stallion Series, finished 8th, but had broken equipment. 2 starts this year, and still looking for that first check. So that is the field for the 9th here at the Greene County Fair. One of the things you notice, Scott, as you look through a program now at these 2- and 3-year-olds, the ownership groups, we've got owners from all over the country. It's not primarily Ohio, but now it's spread all over.
Yeah, the program is so good, and I know a lot of people race in other states, and they just, everyone says, you guys have the elite program of anybody, and it's attracted owners in here and stables. When you see some of the Grand Circuit trainers at our sales and stuff looking at Ohio breds because they know they can go out of state now and compete, they get the right ones on the Grand Circuit and the Breeders' Crowns, and yeah, it's been a game changer.
Well, you got one TCI and the Hamiltonian coming up, owned by Hatfield Stables here in Columbus, and Knox Services out of Mount Vernon.
Right, yeah, and just one is elimination, and I know both of them well. Trader Bud Hatfield has been a great supporter of the harness racing industry for as long as I can remember. I trained horses for the Knox Services over the years, great people. So yeah, I wish them luck.
When an Ohio horse competes in those races and wins like by the Missile did, the Little Brown Jug, it just puts a stamp on everything that you guys, who this is your career, have been working for so long.
Exactly. It's good. Yep.
So here we go. Let's send it up to Roger for the call of the ninth.
They're off and trotting that Sweet Harmony, going right out for the lead. Last Call Romeo gets away second as they race into the turn. Racing up in the inside, Smoke One for Me third. Racing fourth, Males Boys Dream trailing the field down the backside. Sneak past them following the break. Go on to the first quarter mark. Ronnie Gillespie and Sweet Harmony leads the way by about 6 lengths. Last Call Romeo second. Smoke One for Me third. Racing fourth, Male Boys Dream trailing the field. Sneak past them. Opening quarter 29-4. 2-year-old trotters trotting a storm. Sweet Harmony on top for Ron Gillespie by 7 lengths. Racing second, Last Call Romeo. Smoke One for Me racing third. Fourth is Male Boys Dream trailing the field. Sneak past them. Coming to the halfway point. It's Sweet Harmony on top of the field as they race over to the halfway point. Racing second, Last Call Romeo. Halfway home in 1 minute, 3/5. On to the turn. Smoke One for Me third. Male Boys Dream fourth, and the trailer remains. Sneak past them. Go on to the backside and the 5/8 mark. It's Sweet Harmony with the lead. Last Call Romeo closing with each and every stride on the leader. Smoke One for Me racing third. Male Boys Dream fourth. Trailing the field, sneak past them at the 3-quarter mark. 3 quarters in 1:30-3. Backside, 30 seconds flat. Little more than an 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Sweet Harmony has the lead by 2.5. Last Call Romeo tips to the outside for Sean Barker. Through the stretch, though, it's all Sweet Harmony. As Ronnie Gillespie pleases, it's Sweet Harmony. Last Call Romeo, Smoke One for Me. The mile, 2:01, 1/5.
.201 and 1/5. Ronnie Gillespie picks up his first win of the fair.
So there's not very many 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings at the fair, but they're rolling this year.
They're what?
They're rolling this year. 2-1, 2-4 is about average right now for the 2-year-old colts.
That's a pretty good mile, 2-1.
Yeah.
Even this is a good racetrack here. I mean, wow.
And that's a horse that showed breaks in its last 3 races too, and overcame one of them 2 back in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Made a break before the start, but came roaring back to win up at Northfield on July 17th. 6 starts now, 4 wins for Sweet Harmony, owned by Anthony Miller of Dundee, Ohio.
It was a $27,000 Ohio Select sale purchase.
Down in the winner's circle, Dalton Walls, the president of the Matt Clark fan club, down there to be there for the presentation.
I swear, my wife would leave me for him. She said he is just so adorable. I said, I don't know what it is about him, but he's so adorable. I told him that today.
I didn't know Matt had a fan club.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Dalton Walls is the president of the Matt Clark fan club. Matt working today up at Wapakoneta. And for all those folks out there that were wondering about YouTube, we have both cards now up live on YouTube. So it took a while to get it done, but we were able to get it done. So the ones of you that are watching us on Facebook, if you want to leave us and go down to your family room and your big screen TV, you're more than welcome to do that. And catch us now on YouTube as we are going through. So let's go to Roger for the recap.
2-year-old Colton gelding trot. Number 4, Sweet Harmony. Anthony Miller, Dundee, Ohio. Ron Gillespie, the trainer driver, his 17th win this season at the fairs. 2-year-old gelding by Uncle Peter out of Sweet Baby. Gets the win in 2:01, 1/5, a lifetime mark Identical halves of a minute and 3/5. Results are official. Number 1, Last Call Romeo, 2. The 2, Sneak Past Them, 5. The 3, Smoke One for Me, 3. The 4, Sweet Harmony, the winner. The 5, Male Boy's Dream, 4. Top Down, 2, 5, 3, 1, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 29 and 4. The half, 1 minute 3. 3/4, 1:30 and 3. The mile, 2:01, 1/5. 10th race. Number 1, Go Jim Dandy, Kevin Snyder drives. The 2, Fear the Panda, Ron Gillespie. And number 5, Slingshot Scooter, Dan Noble.
So there are your driver changes for the 10th. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the final division of the 2-year-old stakes races, the 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. After that, another division of the Springhaven Ladies Farm and the always competitive Signature Series when we return to the Greene County Fair right after this.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
The Delaware County Fair, where history meets horsepower. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime as the world-famous Little Brown Jug takes center stage. Witness the heart-pounding action, the thundering hooves, and the sheer determination of these incredible athletes compete for the coveted Little Brown Jug title. Don't miss your chance to be a part of history. For ticket and hospitality options, visit littlebrownjug.com. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are made and legends are born. Be there!
All right, back here for the 10th race at the Greene County Fair, Xenia, Ohio. I'm Jeremy Moore, joins Frank Frost. OHHA President Scott Mogan still with us.
Yeah, what are you still doing here? You're up. What hour do you get up in the morning
I was
to get
trying
to
to
the
get
barn?
out. I get up at 5 every morning, but I was getting ready to try to slip out on you guys. You went to commercial.
Well,
on
that's
me,
all
so
right. You can slip out now. I mean,
I'm
we
going
can.
to. Yeah, I'm going to watch this last 2-year-old race from down here by the draw gate and head back to Lockbourne, Ohio. And yeah, I got several to train in the morning, but pleasure stopping by.
I mean, on a night like this, or even at Scioto, when you've got them, you're training in the morning, you're in late. Do you get a nap during the day?
Well, I shouldn't say. I might fall. I might doze off in my chair, but I don't. I never been one to go in and lay down to take a nap. I'll take a cat nap for 20, 30 minutes when I'm watching. If I had a long night the night before, but I've never taken. I do sleep more than I used to. I used to go off for like 5 hours a night, but I found out the little older I get, I need a little more than that. So, but yeah, my alarm goes off at 5 every morning, and one snooze, and then I'm up. And
what time then do you get to the Winter Circle Training Center?
It just depends on how busy a day. Summertime I like to start early with the heat. Wintertime, well, I want to wait till it gets daylight, so we got a deal. But I usually get up, get dressed, make coffee. I like to watch the local news. Then I'll watch maybe 30 minutes of national news, and then head over at 6 o'clock or so.
And 365 days a year. People don't realize this is. It's a life. It's not a job. It's a life.
Yeah, 7 days a week. 365 for 50 years for me now. But the thing about it, I mean, I went to the Adios Saturday. I didn't have anything in. Spent the night, and I'm so used to it. I can't sleep. I wake up anyways, no matter where I'm at. But, just an automatic alarm clock in my head, I guess. So yeah, I don't sleep in very often.
Well, get home, get some sleep tonight.
Yep. All right,
Thank
guys.
you for stopping
Jeremy,
by. We
good seeing
appreciate
you.
it.
You too. Frank,
So,
I'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Guys, enjoy the rest of the evening.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Yeah, it's for the guys that this is their life, this is their career. I mean, you have, your law enforcement career. You do this on the side, which is a lot. But for these guys that do it 365, early mornings, late nights. I mean, you're still getting up. You're still doing exactly what they're doing, but it's not like you've got horses every day that you're racing that evening, where these guys pretty much they're racing 5 nights a week.
Yeah, because anymore it used to it'd be like, well, how many you got in tonight? Now it's how many tracks are you at tonight? I asked Jeff Smith that. He's here. Unusual for him to come to the fairs now, but he said he's just here. Well, Maven answered for him. She said, we're at Scioto and we're at here. And she rattled off the horses that was at Scioto. I think there was 4 of them. But no, I think Maven is the barn manager.
You know what? Maven's going to run that show before too long. And Maven's a name. Maven Smith is one of those young children that keep your eye on in another 10 years, 15 years. That young lady is going to do great things, whatever it is. I mean, you can just see the confidence in her at that young age.
Oh, yeah. Not afraid to talk to people. And
nope.
I think she kind of remembers me, but yeah, I mean, she was answering the questions left and right, and I just got to the point I was talking to her.
It was funny. She ended up on the cover of our Ohio Harness Horseman magazine, the last issue, walking her horse, pen paper page, into the winner's circle. Brad Conrad took the great picture, and once we saw it, I said, that's got to be a cover shot. So we used it on the cover, and then about 3 weeks after the magazine came out, she had another winner again. She was walking into the winner's circle, and Brad said she turned and gave me this big old smile, and I said, Brad, tell her she gets 1 cover per year.
Oh, she knows.
Yep. Tyler Smith, her dad, I brought him a stack of magazines. I said, here you go. So we'll have to do a signing. Oh, we have a passport. How are you doing, young man?
Lexi Swartz up here with us with her young man, Grayson. Is that his name? Lexi? Hey, Lexi. Grayson? Grayson, yep. That's what I thought.
How you doing, Grayson? You doing good? Yeah, look at that smile.
Yeah.
Now, Grayson, I have a question for you. After I put the final sticker into the Ohio Fair passport, do you get to watch that big TV that Mommy has? Do you? That Mommy won and never put up, and finally, she claims she now has it put up somewhere. Hi there, buddy. How are you? Look at that smile. All right, let's go to the post parade for this, the 10th about the horses.
King of the USA, Sean Barker, and number 5, Slingshot Scooter, Dan Noble in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Let's take a look at the field for this, the final division of 3 for 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. The number 1 is Go Jim Dandy. Kevin Snyder drives for trainer Kim Daly. This bit of a legend, N, is out of the Feelin' Frisky mare. I Got a Feelin' Fran, owned by J.R. Stable and Kim Daly. She was also one of 3 breeders of Go Jim Dandy. 3 starts on the year, 3rd place finish in the Buckeye Stallion Series, 2 races back. Went on Lasix for the first time in the last outing at the Buckeye Stallion Series in Northfield, finished 6th.
The 2, Fear the Panda, Ronnie Gillespie in the bike for trainer Randy Smith. Fear the Dragon Colt out of the Feelin' Frisky mare APP Panda. He's owned by Emilian Smith, 4 starts this year, and has been making breaks. Had broken equipment last start, though, so interfered to start before that. So it looks like had some bad racing luck. See if we can't turn it around at the home track.
The number 3 is Surfs Up the Canyon. Mark St. Louis Jr. drives for Brett Schwartz. This lather up out of the mare Barbara Ann is owned by Hired Gun Racing Stables, R. Larrick and W. Lee Bean. 3 starts, a 2nd place finish. That was in its first start at Circleville. Last time out at Buckeye Stallion Series, did not finish in that race.
The 4, King of the USA, Sean Barker in the bike for trainer Michael Hitchcock, down by the Seaside Colt The Roll with Joe mare Queen Josephine, owned by William Hart, Carmel, Maine. 3 starts this year, 1 second. That second was last start at Washington Courthouse.
And the final horse is the number 5 Slingshot Scooter. Dan Noble will get the drive for Trent Tharps Jr., who owns this Rodeo Romeo gelding out of the Yankee Cam mare Canico Star. 3 starts, a 3rd place finish, came last time out at Washington Courthouse. All 5 of these maidens, one of them will get to the winner's circle for the first time.
That's right.
This is our 10th race on the card. 2 more to follow after this.
Another division of ladies pace next.
If it's anything like the first one, buckle up your seatbelts. We're going to have some fun with that. Don't forget, we've got racing here tomorrow night at the Greene County Fair. 6:30 first post time. 13 races on the card tomorrow night. Jeremy Moore will be here. Not sure who's with you tomorrow night.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Somebody else. We'll figure it out. Like you said, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We know Chris is going to be here.
Yeah. If not, Jasmine will jump on for a little bit with me.
There you go. And here they come. Let's send it up to Roger.
They're off and pacing, surfs up the creek, goes for the lead on the inside. Go Jim Dandy. Go Jim Dandy has the lead. Surf up the creek is there second. Getting away third. That is Fear the Panda. On to the backside, King of the USA, and treading the field, Slingshot Scooter. Dan Noble can see them all. Down the backside, go on to the first quarter mark. Go Jim Dandy and Kevin Snyder with the lead. Surfs up the creek is there second, racing third, Fear the Panda, opening quarter in 30 seconds for the lap. Into the turn, King of the USA fourth, treading the field, Slingshot Scooter, all in straight alignment at the 3/8 mark. Go Jim Dandy, brings him into the lane first time, out and moving on the outside, King of the USA. Closing ground. Also moving on the outside as it comes to the halfway mark. After the leader, Go Jim Dandy. On the outside, King of the USA racing on the inside. Surfs up the creek at the halfway point in 1:01 and 2. Into the turn they go. Go Jim Dandy prevails. King of the USA on the outside second. Surfs up the creek racing third. Fourth on the outside is Fear the Panda. The trailer remains Slingshot Scooter. Down the backside, going to the 3/4. We got 3 in, 2 out. On top, Go Jim Dandy's been there every start and fighting them off. Ready to go 3 wide. Here comes Ronnie Gillespie. Fear the Panda. Now fourth, now third and closing. Mark St. Louis Jr. looking for room. Surfs up the creek at the 3/4 mark. 1:30 and 4/5. Into the stretch they come. Go Jim Dandy with the lead. Closing on the outside, Fear the Panda, but it's all going to be Go Jim Dandy on the inside. Fear the Panda surfs up the creek. 2 minutes, 4/5.
Well, our co-worker Ashley Daly is going to be very happy as Mom picks up a win with Go Jim Dandy. From the rail, gets out. Kevin Snyder with the drive, picks up the win. First win of the year for Go Jim Dandy.
Doubled his lifetime earnings, too.
Gotta love that when that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you can do that every race,
So
it'd be successful.
I did the last 2 races, but I still just barely broke 2,000. So.
Hey, but if you would have done it today, it would have, you're on a streak.
I would have been. Kevin Snyder. I don't know does he work for Kim or is he related?
No,
or
works.
just works
He's at Kim's barn, works for Kim, and brings home the winner. Bit of a Legend N out of the mare. I Got a Feeling Fran.
So in the winner's circle, you'll see a lady in the blue shirt probably going to grab the horse. Her name is Annie. She's been around for years. I remember when she was working for Melby Ober Sr. over at Urbana. So she stood over at Urbana there with Kim. And
Racing Association 2-year-old colt pace. Number 1, Go Jim Dandy. Owned by the Junior Stable, LLP. Kim Daly, Mechanicsburg, Ohio. Kim Daly, the winning trainer. Kevin Snyder in the sulky. 2-year-old gelding by Bit of a Legend in out of I Got a Feeling Friend. Home a winner in 2 minutes, 4/5. Lifetime best for Go Jim Dandy. That's another one from Midland Acres, the home of Bit of a Legend in.
Wait for the rundown from Roger Houston here.
I think it finished in the order they started. Kind of what I got.
Results are official. Number 1, Go Jim Dandy, the winner. The 2, Fear the Panda, 2. The 3, Surfs Up the Creek, 3. The 4, King of the USA, 4. The 5, Slingshot Scooter, 5. Yep. Top down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter and 30. The half, 101, 2. 3/4, 130 and 4. The mile, 2 minutes, 4/5. In the upcoming 11th race. No changes or corrections in race 11.
So there you go. No changes for the 11th. And, if you're going to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, why even race it? Just, just take it that way and go. But
Because if you got the 5 hole, then you're not like, no, we don't like that. Let's reverse it.
So Go Jim Dandy picks up the win for Kim Daly, Kevin Snyder in the bike. We'll take a break, and when we come back, in the words of Susan Schroeder, our penultimate race of the night, the Springhaven Lady Farms Driving Series 2nd Division, when we return.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moni, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
All right. Hey,
Welcome back to Xenia. As you mentioned, you brought your reading glasses tonight. Mm-hmm. You forgot the flashlight.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's getting a little difficult to watch.
I'm used to working in the dark, so it doesn't bother me.
Well, you worked at those weird hours, those late nights that get to you. Well, you got to love the racing fans here at Xenia. I mean, they're sticking around still. Good crowd still on hand here as we get set for our 11th race, and this another one of the Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series, and if it's anything like the other ones, it should be good. Let's tell you about these horses. The number 1 is Puff Daddy. Lauren Harmon drives, and for trainer Krista Harmon. This is a 9-year-old gelding by Woodstock. 18 starts this year, 2 wins, 4 seconds, 2/3 lifetime, 171 starts, 31 wins, earnings of $145,000. Last time out was a winner up in Harrison, Michigan.
The 2 Humboldt, Bobby Joe Brewer trains and drives. The 10-year-old American Ideal gelding. He's owned by Michelle Herman and Matthew Kiesler, who's watching us from North Dakota there. 18 starts this year. Still hasn't seen the winner's circle just yet. 182 lifetime starts, $263,000.
The number 3 is Jasmine Arnold. She'll try to sweep the Springhaven Farms Lady Driving Series tonight. She will be driving Ella Bella Boo for Adam Short, who also owns and bred this 4-year-old mare by Nob Hill High. 12 starts this year, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2/3, was a winner 2 back at Scioto Downs. Let's go to Roger for the post parade, then we'll tell you about the last 2.
Humboldt with Bobby Joe Brewer. Number 3, Ella Bella Boo, Jasmine Arnold. Number 4, Hang On Cowgirl, Stacy Curry. And number 5, She Knows It All, Katie Rimmerswall in the sulky. Horse to take 1 score and go to the gate.
Starting from post 4, Hang On Cowgirl. Stacy Curry drives, trains, owns the 6-year-old Western Terrier mare. She's had 26 starts this year, 4 wins, closing in on $87,000. Took a mark at 52-3 at Miami Valley. Stacy drove her at Wilmington in the Ladies Series. Made a break top of the stretch.
The big money winner is the number 5, She Knows It All. Katie Remmerswall will drive for Jason Moore. This 6-year-old mare by Racing Hill is owned by Mitch Cushing and Kiara Morgan. 9 starts this year, has not hit the board lifetime. This, the 100th career start for She Knows It All, has earned $313,000 in her career.
Yeah, there's no slouches in this race. All 5 have made 6 digits. Most of them have a mark of 53 or better. So we've got a pretty good stacked field for the second division of the Springhaven Farms Lady Driving Series, sponsored by the Greene County Agricultural Society. Let me look at the tote board here, and they've got Stacy Curry with Hang On Cowgirl as the 2-5 favorite right now.
Man, that's good eyes, because I can't see that.
I got my glasses. They got Jasmine 7-1.
Well, I'll tell you, Jasmine looked like she had her hands full again with this horse as they came by for the post parade. And if that's any indication, there's your winner.
Yeah.
You know, because she had her hands full with the last race when she had 3 Ways N. Was giving her all sorts of fits leading up to the race, but then ended up bringing the horse home for the victory.
Last 3 starts of this mare has been on the front end, so I think she likes the front end. But she was a big monster last year at the fairs as a 3-year-old. You know, she could get out of the gate pretty handy and set the pace, so I think that's probably where she learned it from. But we'll see how she rebounds here.
Ella Bella Blue, 20, hit the board in 22 of 35 last year. Humboldt with Bobby Joe Brewer driving and training. Hasn't had a win in 2 years. Last win came back in July 9th of 2022 at Buffalo Raceway. So the horses are behind the gate from the rail out. Puff Daddy, Humboldt, Ella Bella Blue, Hang On Cowgirl, She Knows It All. Let's send it over to Roger Houston.
Off and pacing, going for the lead. That's Poof Daddy. Ella Bella Boo on the outside second as they race into the turn. Getting away third. That's Humboldt as they race around the turn, going to the backside in the first 8. Hang on, Cowgirl on the outside. Up the inside, she knows it all. We got 3 in and 2 out, and they're only going to the quarter. Up on the outside to grab the racetrack, Jasmine Arnold, Ella Bella Boo by a link, but can't clear as Lauren Harmon playing a little hardball with Poof Daddy. Opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Around the turn, Ella Bella Boo with the lead. Poof Daddy takes a seat second. On the outside, Hang On Cowgirl third. Racing fourth, She Knows It All. Moving on the outside as they race back into the stretch, coming to the halfway point. They're coming from everywhere, coming to the half. On top of the field and showing the way. As they race over to the halfway station, Ella Bella Boo as they race over to the halfway mark. They're halfway home in 1:01. On to the backside they go. Ella Bella Boo with the lead. Poof Daddy right there second. Up on the outside, Hang On Cowgirl going the long mile. Racing on the inside, it's Humboldt, and trailing the field down the backside, She Knows It All. Coming on to the 3/4, Ella Bella Boo with the lead. Hang On Cowgirl still on the outside second. Poof Daddy third on the inside, looking for daylight at the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 1:31. Midway around the final turn, Ella Bella Boo with the lead. Hang On Cowgirl digs in once again on the outside. Here comes Poof Daddy. Here they all come. 5 across the track on the inside. Ella Bella Boo, who's going to be on the outside, closing in with every stride. Getting the win. Big effort there.
I think it was Hang On Cowgirl getting up at the wire.
That's what it looked like.
After that, I have no idea.
Wow.
But again, you know, we talked about it. These are some of the best races you are going to see. Roger even said Krista Harmon was playing some hardball with Poof Daddy as they went to the, just got past the quarter.
And as I was thinking, the first race, she let Jasmine go and got locked in. I'm thinking, oh, she's right in the same spot she was last time.
But your winner, Hang On Cowgirl. Stacy Curry drives, trains, and owns this 6-year-old mare by Western Terror. Has now hit the board in 20 out of 27 this year.
4-2-5 unofficial. 4-2-5 unofficial.
Wow, so Ella Bella Blue and Jasmine Arnold not even in the top 3. Wow. And Krista Harmon, the 2 that did the battling, end up finishing 4th and 5th.
Good for Bobby Joe Brewer, one of the whole town favorites. Here she got up for second. And going to the 3/4 pole, Humboldt must have slipped a gear or something because she was gapping just a little bit and then come back and got him.
Hung every step of the mile. Number 4, Hang On Cowgirl. Owned, trained, and driven by Stacy Curry, Thornville, Ohio. 6-year-old mare by Western Terror to Hang On Susie Q. A winner in 2:01. Blanket sponsored by the Greene County Agricultural Society. Number 1, Poof Daddy, 5. The 2, Humboldt, 2. The 3, Ella Bella Blue, 4. The 4, Hang On Cowgirl, the winner. Number 5, She Knows It All, 3. The quarter, 30. The half, 101. 3/4, 131. The mile, 2:01. Top down, 5-2-4, 1, 3 on the bottom. 12th race. Dan Noble drives the 5, Sultan of Cash. David Ward on the 7, MJ's Liberty Valance. 1 through 6 on the gate, the 7, a trailer, second tier. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
One more to go tonight, and just a great race we had there again. You know, you talked about Betty Jo Brewer. She had a big spread back there for the horsemen tonight to help raise some money for the Noble County Horsemen's Association. Does a lot, and you know, for her to hit the board with that in that race, nice finishing second.
Yeah, good for that horse. Because she was always saying, you know, poor old Homebolt, he can't compete with some of these horses. Well, he proved it there.
He can compete, and that he did.
Yeah, come big last quarter too.
So we'll take a break, and when we come back, our final race of the night from the Greene County Fairgrounds right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back to the Greene County Fairgrounds, Xenia, Ohio. We had some comments that our video it's gotten a little choppy here. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We have good internet service here, so we're not sure what's going. Hopefully it'll clear up a little bit for that final race of the evening.
Final race, wrapping up the day one of the Greene County Fair, the Signature Series Trot.
If I could just send out a message to the Cattleman's trailer there, stay open a little longer, please, guys, if they're watching.
So, sponsored by Veterinary Associates, the legend, Doc Ellis, sorry. I was looking at Deputy Elliott over there. So, yeah, Doc Ellis here, been a vet here in Xenia for years. Did a lot of traveling and won't give it up. He gets around a little rough here and there, but you still ask him, he'll still do it.
Well, good for him.
Yep.
So let's take a look at this field. The number one is Jobava Hanover. Jason Beatty drives for Roy Murphy Jr. This is a 5-year-old horse by Cantab Hall out of the Conway Hall mare Winterberry, owned by Golden Gates USO of Columbus. 8 starts this year, has 1 win. That came at Scioto Downs back on May 27th. Raced only 4 times last year, hit the board with 1 third-place finish. Career-wise, 3 wins and 37 starts, earnings of $23,065.
The 2 is Little Jess. Keith Crawford drives, trains, and owns the Jailhouse Jessie. 7-year-old gelding. 17 starts this year, has a 3rd. Last start was at Lexington. Total career earnings, $61,000 out of 110 lifetime starts.
The number 3 is Molly's Star. Terry Hall drives, trains for Betty Hall. This 5-year-old mare is by What the Hill out of Bailey's Wish. Looking for its first win this year. Has 20 starts, 1 second, 1 third. Its last victory came back in January of 2023 at Miami Valley.
The 4, Stone Throw Away. Don Harmon in the bike for trainer Krista Harmon. The 5-year-old Wishing Stone Gelding is owned by Sterling Lee Bush. Benton, Kentucky, 9 starts this year, a second, 2 thirds. Looks like the second come at Northfield Park last month with Don Harmon in the bike. 65 lifetime starts, closing in on $88,000.
The number 5 is Sultan of Cash. Dan Noble will try for another win. Roger Hughes Jr. trains and owns. We'll tell you more about him right after the post parade.
Number 1, Jobava Hanover, Jason Beatty. Number 2, Lil Jess, Keith Crawford. Number 3, Molly's Star, Terry Hall. Number 4, Stone Throw Away, Don Harmon. Number 5, Sultan of Cash, Dan Noble. Number 6, Penance, John Barker. And number 7, MJ's Liberty Balance, David Ward in the sulky. Horse take 1 score and go to the gate. 1 through 6 on the gate to 7. Trailer, second tier.
Tell you a little bit more about Sultan of Cash. 23 starts this year, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 3 thirds. Last win came on February 12th of, well, that can't be right, Miami Valley this year.
The 6 is Penance. Sean Barker's going to drive for trainer-owner Jacob Zink. The 7-year-old Father Patrick Gelding. Now the muscle Yankee mare Yankee Etta. 24 starts this year, has a win, 2 seconds, 3 fourths, or 4 thirds. $16,000 in the bank. Took a mark at 58-2 back at Miami Valley. Last start was a free-for-all at Sydney.
The number 7 is MJ's Liberty Valance. David Ward drives for Doyle Bross, who also owns this 7-year-old gelding by Wishing Stone, a homebred. Doyle's wife, Mary Jo, is the breeder. 24 starts this year, 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 5 thirds. Earnings of $21,000. Lifetime 168 starts, 23 wins, earnings of $141,000. Has hit the board in 5 of its last 6 starts. Started that with a win in the Open at Circleville, then a third. Finished 9th at Scioto Downs. And then a second at Marion, a second at Wellston, and a third at Piketon. Will start from the second tier.
Yep. He's a front runner too.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, the first trailer we've had tonight.
I think so.
We start 6 across the gate here. We've had 6 a couple of times. But yeah, this is the first trailer that we're going to have.
They got Sultan of Cash at 1-9 favorite. I bet they're betting on Danny.
You think so?
Because this colt's run last 2 starts. Yeah. One at. So Beatty's at 25-1 on the rail. Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly even race. Sultan of Cash got some 54, 55 marks, but I don't like those breaks last couple starts. Everybody else fairly even. So I'm sitting here looking at one of the legends around Ohio here was old Jack Daly. I haven't seen him for a while. So I'm glad to see him up and about. The 12th and final coming up to Greene County Fair. Jobava Hanover, Lil Jess, Molly Star, Stone Throw Away, Sultan of Cash, Penance, MJ's Liberty Valance as a trailer. Let's send it up to Roger for the finale.
They're off, going for the lead. That is Molly Star, middle of the track as they race into the turn, going to the first 8. Getting up on the outside to take the lead. Now it's Sultan of Cash and Dan Noble as they race around the turn. Molly Starr racing second, racing third. That's Lil Jess down the backside. Jobava Hanover is fourth, racing fifth as they race over to the first quarter mark. It's MJ's Liberty Balance racing sixth as they race into the turn off the quarter, 28-2. And treading the field, that stone throw away. Midway around the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. On top of the field and showing the way, Sultan of Cash and Dan Noble right there second. Molly Starr and Terry Hall as they come to the halfway point. Racing third, Lil Jess at the halfway station. End of the turn, racing fourth, tipping to the outside. Jobava Hanover halfway home in 58-1, 29-4. Second panel on to the backside they go. MJ's Liberty Valance racing fifth, off stride. That's Lil Jess. Down the backside they go. Sultan of Cash is opened up now by 6. Molly Starr racing second, going to the 3/4 mark. Moving on the outside, here comes Jobava Hanover. Now third, now second, and closing in on the leader. Sultan of Cash coming to the outside. MJ's Liberty Balance fourth. 3/4, 1:28, 29-4. Third panel. Little more than an 8 to go. Appears to be a 2-horse battle from here. Sultan of Cash with the lead. Jobava Hanover closing on the outside with every stride. Sultan of Cash. Jobava Hanover on the outside. It's Sultan of Cash. Two minutes flat.
Dan Noble picks up his 4th win of the night.
Driver change is all it took.
It's all it took, and he takes the driving title, the first night driving title.
So Rogers
trainer Roger Hughes, he picks up his first training win. Steve Carter will take home the training title with 3 victories tonight. You know, it's funny, while that race was going on, they go out in 28-2, and I took a glance at the record. The record here, 153-4.
On the trot?
That's on the pace.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, this was the trot.
Okay.
157-2, though. Still, you know, the records here, nobody was even close tonight to any of these.
Right.
But it just goes amazing how fast these horses have been going. All right, here comes your winner back to the winner's circle. This may be the quickest trip to the winner's circle Dan Noble's ever taken.
The winner's circle, number 5, Sultan of Cash. Roger Hughes Jr., Jamestown, Ohio, owns and trains. Dan Noble getting his 4th winning drive this evening at his home track, the Greene County Fairgrounds. Sultan of Cash, a 9-year-old gelding of Cash Hall of Anything But Love, 3rd win of the season. Trotting home a winner tonight in 2 minutes flat. 9-year-old gelding of Cash Hall out of Anything But Love. Dan Noble, another sandwich from Drake Concessions here at the Greene County Fair. And this blanket sponsored by Veterinary Associates. To Sultan of Cash, Roger Hughes Jr., Dan Noble.
Well, that'll do it for us. 12 races.
Number 1, Jobava Hanover. 2. The 2, Lil Jess. 6. The 3, Molly Starr. 5. The 4, Stone Throw Away. 7. The 5, Sultan of Cash, the winner. The 6, Pennants. 4. The 7, MJ's Liberty Balance. 3. Top down. 2, 6, 5. 7, 1, 4. 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 28-2. The half, 58-1. 3/4, 128. The mile, 2 minutes flat. Well, that concludes our racing program this evening at the Greene County Fair. Races tomorrow night, a total of 13 races with the first race post at 6:30. Be here.
As Roger said, be here tomorrow. We'll have full coverage on the OHHA Facebook page and YouTube channel. 6:30 post time, 13 races on tap. Jeremy, we had some great racing tonight, especially those 2 ladies driving series races.
Yes, we did. So it's going to be hard to top tomorrow.
And tomorrow, a couple of big races as part of the card here at Greene County. We'll have the Steve Phillips Memorial Signature Series and then the Chip Noble Memorial Pace for 4-year-olds and up. So that'll be a dandy race to watch tomorrow.
Yep.
So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank everybody who was out there watching us. I want to thank the folks here at the Greene County Fair for everything they did to help us make this presentation possible to you. I want to thank Ken Saunders and Scott Mogan of the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association of stopping by. So for Chris Santacantarina, Jeremy Moore, I'm Frank Froz saying so long from the Greene County Fairgrounds in Xenia, Ohio. We hope to see you at a fair real soon and hope you have a rest of a wonderful Wednesday night. Goodbye, everybody.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.